Hey guys, welcome back to another Film Truth video. Today we are going to take a look at how the Pawn Stars were robbed out of $3 million. Before the video starts, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. The guys of Pawn Stars seem to know it all at their world-famous gold and silver pawn shop on the Las Vegas Strip. From muskets to coins, autographs to automobiles, the team has the cash and charisma to woo shop customers and TV audiences from around the world. The reality series documents the dealings and family dynamics among 3 generations of Harrison men, their goofball family friend, and a roster of subject matter experts. It's been a home run for the History Channel, but success in business doesn't mean perfection. Diamonds are a pawn shop's worst enemy. In the History Channel segment in 2010, Rick Harrison discussed the time he was cheated by a girl's best friend. A man in a sharp suit was looking to pawn a pair of diamond earrings. Harrison asked all the right questions. The seller gave all the right answers and even had a receipt. Harrison forked over $40,000. 3 days later, the police showed up. The jewelry was stolen. The victim got her diamonds back and the criminal paid the price, but Harrison was out of $40,000. That was the biggest bust I ever had in the pawn shop, he said. The Jimi Hendrix experience. A lot of customers stroll into the pawn shop toting guitars, but when a long-haired seller claimed to own one of Jimi Hendrix's electrics, Rick Harrison got all fanboy behind the counter. If this was actually owned and played by the legend himself, this will be the coolest guitar ever to walk into my shop, he said in a 2014 episode. Harrison brought in a local expert, Jesse Amoroso, of Cowtown Guitars, to examine the item. Amoroso confirmed the '63 Olympic white Fender Stratocaster was in fact played by Hendrix. It had the telltale scuff marks of the rough rifling left-hander, as well as historic photos, documents, and a serial number. Amoroso estimated it was worth $1 million at auction. Harrison put up $450,000. The seller wanted $750,000. As he turned to leave, Harrison jumped to $600,000, but those boots kept walking. The shoeless Joe Jackson autograph. In the season 6 episode, Say It Ain't So, Rick made another ill-fated gamble without consulting his trustworthy experts, shelling out $13,000 on a book he believed might contain the authentic signature of baseball great shoeless Joe Jackson. Rick couldn't have been more excited during the appraisal, saying this is absolutely incredible, and speculating that it might be the rarest sports signature, period, because Jackson was illiterate. But despite the seller's questionable certificate of authenticity and Rick's own reservations, as he admitted, of all the sports signatures in the world, this is the one most faked. He bought it anyway. After hearing from Rebecca, his book expert, that the signature was likely a fake, Rick then sent it out to another authenticator who reiterated the bad news. Not only was it a forgery, it was a laughably bad one at that. The Willie Mays uniform. In a 2012 episode called Free Willy, Corey made the blunder of forking over $31,000 for what he believed was a game-worn Willie Mays San Francisco Giants uniform from 1961. But the red flags with this one were apparent from the jump. For starters, the uniform was pristine, a point not lost on Chumlee, and observed, "This doesn't look game-worn." Willie Mays was sliding around in the dirt and the grass. I imagine there would be a bunch of stains on it. Good observation, chum. Also, the seller had no authentic paperwork whatsoever, which is never a good sign. But Big Hoss took a gamble, and boy was he all kinds of wrong. In an in-depth tracking of what happened to the uniform post-Pawn Stars, the blog Hall of Shame discovered that not only did they fail to retail it at a ridiculous asking price of $80,000, but they only ended up getting $19,200 for it at an auction around 2 years later. And it gets worse. After reaching out to Dave Grob, the senior uniform authenticator at Mears, Hall of Shame reported that the uniform was never worn in a game by Mays, because it never even belonged to Mays. It was a Spalding salesman sample with minimal value, estimated to be worth around $2,000 to $3,000. In all, it is estimated that the show has raked in its fair share of dough over the years. They have also been taken by crooks upwards of $3 million. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.